Every business needs sale, and your business is dead without sale. In lesson one of this program, we introduce a concept that we call mastering sales strategy. And under this table of content, we looked at five important concepts that I promised to evaluate over five lessons. We looked at the first lesson. Today, I want us to look at the second lesson. But just before I get into the second lesson, just let us reflect on the table of content of this program that we are calling Mastering the Sales Strategies. On this program, we will be looking at things like master the sales objective. If you missed yesterday's lesson, I want to encourage you to go back and look at it to see all that we have covered in that program. Today, we're going to be looking at master the sales process. Now, what is the sales process? We will do that deep dive into that program today. Programs to follow, we will be looking at master the pull factors of sales, and four, master the push factors of sale. And last but not least, we will also be covering in future programs, master research and data analytics. And here is where you will begin to understand what is the art of sales and what is the science of sales. And of course, today we will also be looking at some artistic and scientific approach of the sales process that we will be looking at in today's lesson. Now, in lesson two, we will be doing that deep dive into master the sales process. Now, our sales process takes into focus 10 important concepts. Concept one begins with you asking yourself how to command attention. Concept two looks at how to pique interest. Three, how to arouse desire. And four, how to move the client into action. We believe that three, the consumer public, your potential or ideal client, they go through three processes before they actually make that decision to move into action. And you want to be extremely good at how you're building out your framework to command attention, to pique interest, to arouse desire, to now get the client to move into action. Now, once the client move into action, step five is you must ask yourself, how do you want to impact this ideal client? And those questions must be asked long before you position your MVO, minimum viable offer, most viable offer, or your maximum viable offer in front of the ideal client. You want to know all of this before. The sixth question you want to ask yourself is how to convert first-time users into continuous consumers and clients within your business. These are important questions that you want to ask yourself, and over a few weeks, we will examine all of this. The next question you want to ask yourself is how to cash flow optimize. So in your sales strategy, you want to be focusing on these critical areas that is going to influence the sale outcome. Next, you want to be asking yourself how to build confidence, how to build trust, and last is how to build credibility in the eyes of your consumers and other critical stakeholders. So there's a lot to be digested in this program that we're going to call Master the Sales Process. In today's program, we are merely interested with the very first concept, and that is how to command attention. Now, let's begin our conversation on lesson number two by looking at how to command attention. So have you asked yourself this question? You start a business, you want to cash flow optimize. Have you asked yourself how to command attention? Now, let me say this. There is an art and science to commanding attention. And I repeat, there is an art and science to commanding attention. And as a sales strategist, a sales communication professional who wants to make impact with your ideal client, you owe it to yourself to understand what is the art of commanding attention and what is the science of commanding attention. So now let's examine this. What is art? Art is tools, processes, and systems used to communicate information. For example, speech is a form of an art. Music is a form of an art, and movies are a form of art. So the big question you want to be asking yourself is, how are you using these art forms to command attention? All right. Now, it is not just about commanding attention. There's also the concept that we call the first 5-second rule of commanding attention. Now, what am I saying here? You just don't want to command attention 5 minutes into the conversation, because by that time, you may have already lost the interest of the ideal client, the potential consumers. So, in the first 5 seconds of introducing your storyline, you want to be able to command the ideal client attention. For example, you might ways that you might be able to command attention is to say Washington is on fire, or milk and honey is flowing from Washington. Immediately you are able to command some form of attention here with that statement. So it's how do you use art, all right, in either speech, music, movie, drama. There are many other art forms, but how do you use art to command attention? And you want to be able to know this as a sales strategist. Now, let's examine another concept. What is science? Science, in most cases, is what we call high reward, measurable outcome, measurable results, predictable outcome with the highest degree of accuracy. Or let's put it this way, science gives you this: high reward, measurable results, predictable outcome with the highest degree of accuracy. Let me give you an example of this. Perhaps you might be using melatonin. Why do people use melatonin? People use melatonin because they want a better night's sleep. Melatonin translates into serotonin, which is the daytime neurotransmitters, energy level, adrenaline, more energy to do the things that you want to do. So you take a melatonin because the melatonin now is going to give you the predictable outcome. Good sleep, high reward, measurable outcome, translate into serotonin, higher energy. You have this with close to high degree of accuracy. Now, the question I want you to ask yourself, as a sales strategist, what are the high reward, measurable results, predictable outcome that you're looking for with the highest degree of accuracy? Ask yourself this. As the sales communication, the sales strategist, what are the high reward, measurable results, predictable outcome that you're looking for with the highest degree of accuracy? Let's go through that. Your predictable outcome is going to be focusing on your brand visibility. You want your brand to be visible, because if your brand is not visible, it's going to undermine your sales effort. The next predictable outcome, you want to know that as you leverage visibility platforms, meaning radio, television, newspaper, the mass media, and social media, independent communication platform, or the metaverse, you want to know that as you put your advertising content into these vehicles of communication, it is allowing you to reach the ideal client. So you want to achieve brand reach. That's a predictable outcome that you want. But are you able to use art and science to give you that predictable outcome? And that's what we talked about. Why? Because millions of dollars is invested into advertising to reach the ideal client that never reaches the ideal client. But can you, in learning the art and the science of sales, optimize those predictable outcomes that you want in your sales effort? And my answer is yes. We have used it, and we're going to be teaching you how to apply this to achieve better outcome in your sales processes. What is another predictable outcome that you want? So you want visibility, you want reach. You now want to make impact. The reason you want to reach the ideal client is because you want to make impact with that ideal client. The ability to make impact with the ideal client is going to really translate into client conversion. So that's another predictable outcome that you want. But you must understand the chain of event that is taking place that is leading you to client conversion. Now, another predictable outcome you want, the reason you want client conversion is because you want cash flow optimization. So these are all some of the predictable outcome that you want. So for us, we see the sales process in terms of the art and the science. The science is what the art is the vehicle that you're going to be using to give you scientific, predictable outcome with the highest degree of accuracy. And in business context, you want visibility, reach, impact, client conversion, cash flow optimization. Now, in conclusion, I want to say this. To achieve the 5-second rules of commanding attention, you need data. You need data. You must invest in collecting sensitive data. You must invest in analyzing that sensitive data. It is based on analyzing the sensitive data you will be able to understand people and their pain points, their needs, wants, and expectations. It is based on understanding this. You're now able to apply sensitive data to innovate products and services that reaches the expectations of the ideal client and possibly go above and beyond their expectations. And it is your ability to do this that's going to position you to achieve that sales objective. Now, data, as we talk about data, data changes from time to time. People may change from different location to different location. So geographically, they're changing, and you need to be attuned to those changes that is taking place. So in this case, you need to learn how to mitigate data, because as people move from place to place, you need to be aware of this so you can adjust your sales strategy. We call this being market sensitive, being market oriented, being market sensitive, and being market responsive. So today we have looked at what it takes to command attention. And there's a lot of work that goes into it. You see, commanding attention is not wishful thinking. That's not how our sales process works. You need data, you need information, and you're using information to apply art and to apply science that is going to give you high reward, measurable results, predictable outcome with the highest degree of accuracy. And the highest degree of accuracy that you want is what? The predictable outcome that you want is what? You want visibility of your business and your brand. You want to know that you're reaching the ideal client. You want to know that you're able to make impact. The right data, the right information is going to allow you to make impact. Being able to make impact is going to allow you to achieve maximum client conversion. Client conversion will now lead to cash flow optimization. And that means that you can now go to the bank with a smile on your face, because you will always have a positive bank balance. Now, we still have a number of things to look at on this particular heading, sales processes. We still haven't covered what is piquing attention, arousing desire, moving the client into action, making impact. We cover some aspect of it, but we have a lot more work to do here. Now, as you go into our paid program, you will be getting all of these goodies and how to apply these techniques to really optimize your sales. Now, let me say this to you. I want to encourage you to like, subscribe, and share this program. I also want to encourage you to comment. Go to the comment box and make a comment. Let us know you're looking at this program. Let us know that you're enjoying the program. And guess what? With that, we will then reach out back to you, and we can give you a free consultation on really helping you to understand this concept and apply this concept into your business, into your life, to really optimize your business chance of cash flow maximizing. My name is Gary Thompson. I must say it's a real pleasure to be here with you today, and I look forward to working on the next episode, the next lesson 3, and bring that to you very shortly. So again, I want to encourage you to like, subscribe, and share, so you will be the first to get this program when we upload, and you will also be helping us to reach the millions of people across the world with this content. Be blessed, and see you in the next broadcast.